Hi everyone, welcome for joining us for our student panel for the virtual JJC open house. My name is Emily Fries. I am originally from Flanagan, Illinois. My major is ag transfer, but I am focusing on ag education. And I chose JJC because it was a family atmosphere where the teachers want to see you succeed. So Christina, if you want to start us off and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Christina Pugh. I'm from Dwight, Illinois. My major is ag transfer with focusing on ag education as well. And I chose JJC because it was close to home and it's a great place with family atmosphere, like Emily said too.
Ian, if you want to take it away next.
Hi everyone, I'm Ian Wilkinson. I'm from Verona. My major is ag transfer, where I plan to transfer to a university for electrical engineering with a minor in ag business. And then I chose JJC just because it was, of course, a smaller atmosphere. I wanted to get my gen eds out of the way, and it was a lower cost.
Jacob.
Hi guys, my name is Jacob Meyer. I am from Newark, Illinois. My major is agriculture transfer with, again, a focus on agriculture education. And I chose JJC because it's close to home. All my brothers went to JJC, so I grew up listening to all these great stories about how great the school was. And it's a great lower cost than going straight to a 4-year.
Logan.
Hi everyone, my name is Logan Roach and I'm from DeKalb, Illinois. I am also in the ag transfer program with a focus in ag business and animal science. And I chose Joliet just because of the opportunities that you are granted while attending here.
Austin.
Hi guys, I'm Austin Nackerts. I am from Plainfield, Illinois. I'm majoring in ag production as well as transferring for agronomy management. And I went to JJC because of the opportunities it had as well as the low cost and close to home.
Micaiah.
Hi guys, I'm Micaiah Wagner. I'm from Onarga, Illinois. I chose JJC because it was a very welcoming atmosphere. Instantly, you feel like you're part of a family.
And Ava.
Hi everyone, my name is Ava Marshall. I'm from Leland, Illinois. My major is ag transfer, but I'm focusing on agriculture communications and leadership. And I chose JJC because everyone in my family went to JJC, and like Jacob said, I always heard the great experiences that everyone in my family had. So I chose it, and it was also really close to home, so I could commute.
All right, well, we will go ahead and get started. Micaiah, can you describe what it's like to be an ag student at JJC, from the student life to meeting people, stuff like that?
I think as a student at JJC, in the ag department especially, you just instantly feel welcome. As I previously said, it's not hard to make friends. Everyone, as soon as you're there, like you've known them your entire life, you feel like everyone gets along really well. And if you need anything, like you can ask just about anyone. Right in front of the offices at JJC, there's the little commons, we call it the huddle, and we'll all hang out there. But we're all missing that this year since everything's been online. But that's where I've made a lot of friends from there. And everything, just the college in general is very welcoming. If you need anything, everyone is willing to help you.
All right, thank you. Ian, do you want to briefly share about extracurricular activities both in the department and out of the department?
Yeah, so within the department, we have the SAA, which is our Student Ag Association, which is very similar to what high schoolers have as the FFA. We participate in a lot of different activities, and we have our own like meetings, we have our own officers, and we compete in different competitions similar to FFA. And we go to a lot of conferences like our PAS conference, Collegiate Farm Bureau conferences. And then I mean, like Micaiah said, you instantly feel welcomed when we have all that stuff. And so you're just welcomed into it all. And then outside of the department, there's a bunch of, there's athletics, there's other clubs like the student government. And then there's just the CCC, which is the just kind of the overarching of all the clubs. There's about 40 plus clubs that you can join outside of the department. And then just beyond the clubs, there's just a bunch of leadership roles that you can get into, like student government, like I mentioned. It's something that's the voice of the students, that if you want to really voice your opinion and get it out there and let your voice be heard.
Now, would you recommend like getting involved in clubs, or should you just like stick to yourself?
I definitely recommend getting involved, because I mean, that's what I did. And I've made so many connections with the president, with the board, with just all my professors, I mean, and even my peers within the college. If you stick to the ag department, you're going to get a close-knit family. But if you get outside of the ag department, you're going to meet so many new people from so many different backgrounds, that are, of course, are different from you, and you learn their stories, you learn their experiences, and it's just a great kind of learning experience to prepare you for your future endeavors.
Thank you. That leads us into the livestock judging team, which we have a member, if he wants to go ahead and talk about that.
Yeah, so the livestock judging team is a really good time, and I recommend you join, as you get to go on a lot of experiences that you wouldn't be able to if you weren't on the team. A typical week on the livestock judging team, we usually practice 3 days, Monday through Friday, usually like Monday, Wednesday, Friday after classes, whether that's looking at classes, going over workouts from the weekends, or giving sets. Normally on weekends, we're either competing. United States, I've been able to go to Tennessee, Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Wisconsin, you name it. We've probably either been there or been close. And if we're not competing, then we're probably at a workout, practicing, getting ready for competitions.
Now, do you need any prior experience, or like what's the coaching like?
You need zero prior experience, whether you've been in the show industry or in the livestock industry, or whether you just want to experience and try a new thing. I'd recommend it, as there's a lot of benefits from joining the livestock judging team, like helping on your speaking skills and whatnot. And the coaching is a lot of one-on-one. We're blessed to have a smaller team, so we actually, like I said, a lot more one-on-one time with our coach, which will help us develop into a better livestock evaluator.
Great, thank you. Now, since being in the pandemic, we have kind of switched to an online hybrid format. Christina, I'm going to have you go ahead and talk about like how this experience has been different and how like teachers kind of play a role in that.
Yeah, so obviously we all want to be in person, but I think that the staff has really done a great job of transitioning to online. The teachers, like, they will give you your assignments for the week and that you need, and if you need any help, you just email them, and they are willing to help. They are so understanding of everything that's going on, so if you have a problem, they will completely understand and rearrange whatever you need. Yeah, the hybrid, so like you'll have your labs in person, which we don't anymore, but when we had our labs in person, that was really great, especially for the freshmen, because we didn't know anybody, so it was a great way to meet people too.
So advising is a big thing, especially if you're in the transfer program. Jacob Meyer, do you have any advice or kind of the path that you have to take for the advising process?
So for the advising process, when you come in as a first year, you'll typically meet with your advisor, which will be one of the ag teachers. It just depends on what your major is or what your path is at JJC that will determine which ag teacher is your advisor. But you'll meet with them and kind of they'll help you pick out your classes that first semester and kind of show you an overall view of the path that you need to take. And then they'll get those classes signed up for you. And then after that first semester, you take over the responsibility of signing up for your classes, but the teachers are still there. They're still your advisors, so you can reach out to them at any point if you have any questions or if you want them to look over the classes you've taken and see what classes you still need to get your degree at JJC. So it's nothing to be scared of. They're there 24/7 to help you, and they really do a great job of getting you all the information, little sheets and pamphlets that give you information to help guide you through the process, and it's super easy.
Now, scholarships are a big thing both in the ag department and the entire school. Ava, how has that helped you with your education?
So first off, I want to start by saying that scholarships are very important, and I definitely recommend filling them out. I know sometimes scholarships can get lengthy, but it's definitely worth it in the end. As you're coming in as a first-year student, the Ag Opportunities Scholarship is a great scholarship to fill out, along with all the other agriculture scholarships that they offer throughout your time at JJC. Also, for the college as a whole, they do a scholarship program that is one application. So you fill out one application. It's easy, it's done, it's accessible, and you can have opportunities for several different scholarships within the college. So I definitely recommend filling those out.
All right. The JJC Ag Department is known for their internships. Now, Austin, do you want to talk about that a little bit? What the process is going through it, if you have to find them by yourself or if the school helps you?
Yeah, so that's definitely one of the perks of going to JJC is all the internship opportunities there are for you. Whether you have an idea of what you want to do or have no clue what you want to do for a spring or summer internship, the staff at JJC will get you wherever you want to go. I know me personally, I came in knowing where I wanted to do my internships at, but I know kids that wanted to try something new, and I know kids that didn't want to try anything new, but they still went somewhere new and were able to learn, and it helps you further your career path knowing what you would want to do and gives you the work experience that you could. And the staff has a lot of contacts in themselves that you wouldn't be able to talk to normally to get a job or an internship somewhere unless you went to JJC.
Yeah, I know for sure Mr. Kelly had me pack over 600 internship letters. So there's definitely opportunities out there. What are the options for housing, Logan? And kind of like how that process works with roommates and stuff.
For me, coming in your freshman year, I talked to Mrs. Miller, and she actually got me signed up with a couple of sophomores last year over at Mallard Point Apartments, which is roughly 15, 20 minutes from the school. And because I benefited from that because my normal house is about an hour and a half away. And with me staying down there, I was able to participate in a lot of the extracurricular activities, as well get to know a lot of those people that were down around that Joliet area. And coming into my sophomore year, we needed 2 more roommates. So I actually talked to Mr. Kelly, and he lined me up with 2 more roommates, and it's been a really smooth and good process.
Are they pretty easy to work with at Mallard Point?
From my experiences, yeah, they're pretty easy. If you have any questions, you can get a hold of them, and they'll get right back to you.
Perfect. The student workers, I know I am a student worker and Logan is as well, but there is opportunities for employment on and off campus. I know the professors are always looking for student workers to do mailings, sometimes even work out at Whitendorf. So the animals are out there right now. So we've been feeding, cleaning, stuff like that. There's definitely multiple opportunities, and you just have to put yourself out there, and it'll take you on a path that there's no looking back. This is kind of an open-ended question, but are the teachers helpful in the ag department and or the whole school? Does anyone have any comments on that?
I can comment on that one. I mean, definitely I mean, especially in the ag department, it's not even just the students that you come a close family with. You become a family with the professors as well, because they are so helpful in pointing you in the right direction, whether it's from advising, whether it's from, like Logan said, setting you up with a roommate. They're always there for you. Whether it's to answer a little question or a big question, they're always there. They're always willing to help you. And even outside the ag department, JJC takes pride in how helpful and resourceful they are from their professors and their staff. They're always there to help you 24/7. And the professors are just they want you to succeed, and they're just there for you anytime.
Is there a lot of lecture learning, or is it more like hands-on doing stuff in the classroom? Christina, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so I've noticed in my gen eds, there's a lot of like lectures, but in the ag classes I'm taking, there's a lot of hands-on. So it just depends on what your major is and what you're going for. But
Great, thank you. Last question, we're gonna kind of wrap it up here. Austin, I'll start with you. What advice do you have for anyone either looking for colleges or coming to JJC? Just what advice in general do you have for these students that are watching the student panel?
I would say one, JJC is the best choice you could have. The people you will meet, the experiences you will have are once in a lifetime that you would not get anywhere else. The amount of friends you will make, the amount of things you'll go do, activities and stuff, you'll remember them for a lifetime. And no matter what situation you are in life, JJC is the place for you. Whether you're financially stable or not, you have a very good chance of getting your school paid for through scholarships. I know multiple people can vouch for, I never thought I would have full ride to any school. I had full ride at JJC, and I know many other people can say that. So don't think JJC isn't the place just because of money or because of your distance. JJC is definitely the place for you.
Micaiah, do you want to go next?
I have to say, get as active as possible, even if it's not in the ag department. Just be active in the clubs. You will make so many friends with JJC being such a small school. Like, it is easy to make friends. Everyone's very welcoming. I've never had an issue making friends here. Be as active as possible and make connections with those people because you never know where you're going to end up or where they're going to end up.
Ava?
I would definitely encourage everyone to take opportunities, whether it's going on a trip that makes you uncomfortable or taking an internship in an area that you're not really confident in. At least at the end of the day, you have your feet wet, you're learning something new in the industry. I would just really take the advice of getting involved and taking all those opportunities that maybe make you feel a little bit uncomfortable.
Christina?
Definitely fill out those scholarships. It will help you a lot, even if you are stable or if you're not. It definitely helps out a lot.
Ian?
I mean, like Ava and Micaiah said, definitely get involved and kind of take that extra step to get to know your professors and the students in your class because, I mean, especially with this online format or just in general, those students are your peers. They are there to help you, just like your professor is there to help you. Just reach out to your professor anytime you have a question or get connected with your fellow peers because I mean they're in the same class as you, they're doing the same assignments, so maybe you both have the same question and you can brainstorm and figure that problem out together, and then you might have a grasp on what you're going through. So just get involved, whether that's in clubs or whether it's just in your class.
Jacob?
I was going to say your college experience is essentially kind of what you make of it. And I would encourage everybody to be prepared to step out of your comfort zone and to take that leap of faith, because that's where you meet people. That's where you get involved in things. I know one personal experience was last year. I got encouraged to go on the meets team trip to Colorado, and I was absolutely terrified and thought about backing out at the last minute, but I wound up going, and I knew nothing about meets going into it, and I had a great time and met some awesome people and got to go to some different states. So it was a lot of fun. So I just encourage people to be prepared to step out of your comfort zone and make college the best you can.
And Logan?
Like everyone said, just get involved. Don't be afraid, to try something new. And of course, make sure you're doing your homework, turning it in. And like they said, if you're falling behind, don't be afraid to ask for help. All the professors are there. They want you to succeed and to be successful, whether you're going on into a work or going on to a 4-year. They want you to succeed. So just make sure, like I said, you're keeping up on your schoolwork and don't be afraid to ask for help.
Yep, I agree with everything that you guys just said. There's really nothing left to say. Just put yourself out there. Being uncomfortable is a good thing. So, well, I want to thank you guys for joining us tonight for our student panel, and we hope to see you soon at JJC.